So I just got this package in the mail from DA9 Mafia. They sent me a couple stickers. Thank you so much. Big shout out to DA9 Mafia. Can't wait to put these on. It's currently raining outside. So I'm gonna have to find wait another day or two before I can put these on. But thanks guys, awesome. Check them out if you haven't heard of them. Welcome to another episode of Honda Street Garage as I cruise around and talk about stuff. So anyway, what's up guys? I just wanted to talk about something that I've noticed a lot lately. Even though I am a YouTuber, I'm also a consumer of YouTube as well. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock lately, one of the biggest things going on YouTube is the new Civic Type R. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to kind of mention. People have asked for my take. What do I think about it? Do I like it? Has Honda lost their way? You know, is the turbo blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. Basically, I haven't gotten a chance to drive it, obviously, because, you know, I'm not lucky enough to know anybody that owns one. First of all, it's not only just about the fact, oh God, this road is awful. So it's not just the fact that the Type R is now out and what do I think about it, but I've also watched a lot of the typical reviewers, and honestly, I'm so fucking annoyed with car reviewers reviewing the Civic Type R. Because obviously everybody wants to be Jeremy Clarkson. I don't like the way that it looks. The wing shakes when you close the trunk. This car right here is pretty nice, yada, yada, yada. So the thing that I wanted to really talk about is, you know, my experiences. That's where always I'm coming from. A lot of other car reviewers and things like that are talking about how a car makes you feel. I'm here to give you some insight on how old I am. I worked at Honda when the S2000 came out, the 2001 Integra Type R came out, and the 99 2000 Civic Si came out. So when I was working at Honda, I was very fortunate to see these cars come into the dealership and get PDI'd. So the Civic Si was very well received, but there's a thing about Hondas, and when the new Honda always comes out, everybody always says the same thing. Oh, it's ugly. You know, when the EG came out, people were like, God, it looks like shit. And then some people loved it. The EK, surprisingly, was not really that well received when it first came out. People thought the hatchbacks were hideous. You know, people really hated the EKs when they first came out. Now, by today's standards, it's one of the best looking body styles Honda's ever made, probably. And then, of course, the EP3 people really hated. But I love the EP3. I've always been an EP3 fan. Oddly enough, if I remember correctly, a lot of people like the 7th generation Civic, but they hated the EP3. But now, these days, people think that the 7th gen is not really one of the best designs. So as far as styling goes on the new Type R, I love it. Yes, does it have some, you know, fake vents? Yeah, whatever. But to me, it's totally Honda. It's something different. I really like different. I like fresh. And the new Type R to me just looks fresh. It just does. I have seen one in person, and it's like, wow, when you see them. Now, a lot of the car reviewers out there reviewing the Type R aren't really Honda people, unlike maybe Honda Pro Jason, who is an absolute genius for buying one. Good job, Jason. So a lot of the other car reviewers are trying to review it like it's a normal car. But anybody that knows Honda's heritage and the heritage behind the Type R knows that the Type R is not a normal car. And the fact that people keep trying to compare it to other cars in the segment is really pointless. No one is out there looking for a 2001 Integra Type R in America going, wow, you know, this is the best car in its class. I can't wait to, you know, pay damn near what it cost, you know, 16 years ago. A 16-year-old Type R still goes for a premium penny, okay? And it's not because it's something that is so unbelievably magnificent. It's just something that you don't come across every day. The Type R is something special. Why is it special? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Type R is special because it's Honda doing what it does best. Better than anyone else at what they do. And the reason why is that these Type Rs, you know for a fact that they're actually not making a lot of money off of them. Now, maybe the dealership itself is, you know, because they're, you know, price gouging the shit out of them. Honda itself, if the Type R was the type of platform that would, you know, make tons and tons of money, trust me, they wouldn't be made in limited numbers. The Type R is not for everyone. It really isn't. It's not a car that is, you know, made for the grocery getting mom. It's made for, you know, the dad that has kids who, you know, doesn't want to let go of his youth. At this point, we've already seen a few Type Rs wrecked. Why is that? Because people are like, oh my God, it's a Type R. It's not a spaceship. It's not magical. You know, it is special, but it's not magical. Ford, for years, has just gone after market after market. Same thing with the Dodge Neon SRT4. Everybody loved it when it came out, but you know, when you look at one today, they've all just been destroyed, beat up, and left for dead, and the resale value on them isn't really that great at this point. Just like the Focus RS, it's a car specifically aimed at a market. I know someone personally who has a Focus RS, and they paid over $50,000 for it. I have sat in the Focus RS, and I can tell you that it is a car that feels kind of thrown together, and the interior kind of feels Mickey Mouse. It's just me. But it's got all-wheel drive, and it's got drift mode, and then launch control. It's got all these things that really just are gimmicks of like, hey, look at us, we can do stuff too. Look at us, spend your money here. And then of course we've got the Subaru, okay? Everybody that is a Subaru head is a Subaru head, period. All right, people love Subarus. Like, that's not going anywhere. Subaru is what a Subaru is, you know, and Subaru fans are Subaru fans. Like, I don't know how else to say it. And it's the same thing as far as Civic Type R fans or Integra Type R fans. They're just fans of the raw nature of what Honda does and what Honda does best. It's kind of funny to me to watch other car reviewers be like, wow, this gear ratio box, this gearbox has got really short gears in it. No shit. Anybody that's been in the K-Series family for the last 10 years knows that any sports car that Honda puts out is going to have a very short ratio transmission. So it's really odd to me to watch, you know, these YouTubers be really surprised by like, oh my God, it's gotten rid of the torque steer, blah, 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 blah. The Civic Type R is what it is, okay? It's just a hot item right now that everybody loves, and it will, you know, age well. There's a lot of people out there that think, oh, well, you know, the market of the Type R is going to drop drastically. I don't think so, because I don't think Honda really has plans to flood the market of Type Rs. The people that can't afford to buy them and then that want them is sort of a short list. But of course, you know, the world of cars lately has been on fire with values, you know, rising and rising and rising the older cars get. Like the NSX, the original NSX now is just mind-boggling in its numbers of what people want for them. It's insane. As far as the fact that, you know, Honda has now gone turbo, we've all seen it coming, you know, a long time ago. Turbo really is the future. The more, you know, we can squeeze out of an engine, you know, for efficiency and gas mileage and all those things. You know, turbo, if it's refined more and more, really lends itself to not only delivering great power, but great reliability and fuel and power and all that stuff as well. The thing that really annoys me about the car reviews of the Type Rs is that people will try to act like this idea of, you know, oh, you know, you've got 30 grand to spend and you're just looking for a hot hatchback. Which one should you choose? I don't know. Should I get the Type R, the Focus RS, or the Subaru? I just don't know. The fact is you can't go get any of those cars at the drop of a hat, even if you have the money. You've gotta, you know, line it up. It's a specialty car. Oh, and then the dealership wants to charge you a lot over the MSRP. It's just a long list of reasons why it's stupid for these car reviewers to be reviewing these cars as if they're, you know, regular Civic. A Civic Si, I completely understand a review against, but a Type R is something special. The Golf R is something special. Even the Focus RS, I will admit, is something special. And I think it goes without saying, hey, if you have a Type R and you're somewhere near me, bring it on back. I'd love to put it on the channel here. I'm sure that the Type R drives phenomenal. I don't think that it would disappoint me in any regard. If I had my choice tomorrow, I would love to have a Type R, but you know, it's well beyond out of my budget. Another thing that I'm really annoyed with when people talk about the Type R is the fucking pointless numbers of 0 to 60 times, or the drag race times. Clearly it goes around the Nürburgring faster than any other car in production. Beat the Ferrari, the GTR. and you're worried about if it'll drag race faster than a Mustang. The American mindset of, I like to go fast in a straight line. Curve, what's that? Oh God. Look, is it fun to blast in a straight line? Yeah, it is. And I'm sure that the Type R delivers just about in every way. I mean, it's a front wheel drive, $35,000 hatchback, okay? All right, I'm sure it delivers in that aspect. Is it gonna beat every single car out there on the road? No. They're like, oh, but the Focus has all-wheel drive. The Focus has, why didn't they just give the, oh God, why didn't they give the Type R all-wheel drive? Why? Look, the NSX has all-wheel drive and nobody wants it, okay? Most people will agree when it comes to the NSX, the new NSX, that it's definitely a car that nobody really wanted, and that's why it's not selling. Street Speed 717, I think, said it best. If they would have just kept that thing twin turbo V6 rear wheel drive, it would be selling like hotcakes. You know, the old school NSX used to be, I think, $60,000, $70,000, and then it got up to 80, then it got up to like 120. That's how much, you know, the old school NSXs cost new. Now these new NSXs have a base price of $160, but yet they're listed for $200,000, and you know, I don't know. I don't think that, you know, it's really what people wanted. But the Civic Type R is something that everybody wanted. It is what it is, and it is the best of what it could be. If you want to hate on the front wheel drive, be my guest. Hate on the damn front wheel drive, but damn if that thing won't cut up corners. It's a track car. You probably don't even know why the Type R does not come with a sunroof, but anybody who knows anything about Type Rs or racing on tracks will tell you track car does not need a sunroof. Okay, that's because it's made to go get on the track. The interior on the Type R looks absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely like it. I dig the shit out of it. And I think everybody can agree that the seats, you know, Type Rs have always had some of the best, most comfortable seats. Recaro seats are just, mwah. And I'm sure those seats are phenomenal. I'm sure that the Type R would fulfill everything and more. The only other thing that I will say I'm not a crazy fan of is the electronic parking brake. I don't know why cars are switching over to electronic parking brakes. It seems really stupid. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching me ramble about nothing, about the Type R and about the reviews of the Type R. Click like if you like this video. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of the Type R. Is it a big waste of money? You know, is it wrong? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, and keep moving forward. Peace out and keep ripping up new gears. Peace out. Bang gear.